Good evening, I'm Mallory Maddox.
And I'm John Nicely. Tonight, two Omaha men are facing charges after a case of road rage. It's a story that involves two cars, a fast chase, and a baby.
We just hit the surface last night about this incident. Tonight, Brandon Scott talks to both drivers who each expressed having a fear of the other guy.
What started as a minor crash here at 32nd and Sorensen Parkway quickly turned into a dangerous and dramatic case of road rage.
I got to get a bumper, a hood.
Embarrassed and facing legal trouble, James Morris would only agree to an interview if we didn't show his face.
I lost it. I shouldn't have lost it. I wasn't going to let him get away. I just didn't want him to get away. So.
Morris admits he lost his temper Tuesday when he chased down Donovan Fryer after Fryer, who claims his car had bad brakes, ran a red light and slammed into Morris on the busy Sorensen Parkway.
I didn't even have a chance to get his license plate number because he took off. All I wanted him to do was pull over. I was mad. I kept telling him to pull over.
But Fryer never pulled over, so Morris sped after him, trying to push Fryer off the road.
I spoke to Fryer off camera, and he admitted that he was driving without a license. He said he's been too busy to get one. He also said he knew his car's brakes were bad and that he did leave the scene of the crash. But he said the only reason he left is because he was scared. He thought Morris had a gun.
Fryer says he feared for his life and the life of his 2-year-old son, Nishan, who was also in the car.
He says he drove away because he thought you were losing your temper, and he said he saw you reach for what he thought was a gun.
No.
Did you have a gun in your
No, I did not. I've never owned a gun in my life. Never even shot a gun.
Now Morris faces a charge of willful reckless driving, and Fryer faces several other charges, including child endangerment.
I'm telling you, all he had to do was stop.
Morris tells me he's glad no one was hurt, and he was sorry when he learned there was a child in the other car. As for his charge of willful reckless driving, he said he deserves it. Reporting at 32nd and Sorensen Parkway with photographer Adam Preister, I'm Brandon Scott, WWT 6 News.
As for the 2-year-old boy involved, he is safe and unharmed. The officer who witnessed a good part of the incident reported that both men were intentionally ramming each other.